This is what we got going on. 700 double pumper. Like brand new. With a rebuild kit. Very, very cheap. 150 bucks. And an original Torquer 2. Very nice shape. We're taking the dual quads off. Excuse me. We're taking the dual quads off. The dual planes, dual quad. We're putting a single plate, single quad on because I want to go to spray. And I'm not going to rip my hair apart trying this other. So the dual quad intake and the carbs will go up for sale. So we actually had to turn the heat on in here. How wrong is that? So many ways, but so this is going to come off. We'll get it down to the intake, and then we'll bring it back in. Everybody's seen this probably 100 times, taking this apart. The only thing I'm going to do different is I'm going to get this hose off. I'm going to get the thermostat housing off. And if there's any coolant in there, I'm going to suck it out because I don't want to get anything in the oil because the oil was just changed on this car. So, one thing at a time. A few tidbits on the intake. You should always check all your used intakes. You should always check all your holes. Thermostat holes there. They're good. Make sure you can get a plug or a fitting in here. Your coolant lines. Now this one actually has coolant lines in the back. This is a little different. Like here, I'll give you a good example. Where is it? Where is it? Look at the camera there. See how the threads are kind of poopy at the top? And the other ones are all pretty decent. I mean, that one ain't the greatest, but they're there. So, in order for me to accomplish, these are what was in there. See the shelf? Well, you're not going to get any bite in the thread. So what we're going to do is we're going to try these. Before we do it, we're going to put a little bit of lube on each one. We're going to thread them all in. I really wish I knew where my GoPro stand was. What I'm going to do with these, a little bit of lube. Keeps the threads from galling. A little bit of lube. Steel, aluminum, they screw in so nice. Because a couple of them are a little on the stiff side. That's what we're going to do. We're going to get some lube. Nothing crazy. Yes, and I have two intakes here for a reason. Excuse me. This is one that was messed up. Got to use extra special attention on this one. Run it till it's snug. Do not abuse it. I don't know if these are going to be long enough. I guessed snug. Because what I want to be able to put this on here. They're not going to be long enough. I really don't think so. No way. Means I'll have to invest. I may have longer studs. Let me go look once. All studs mounted. Proper height for the carburetor. Now, most people probably know this already. Dual plane. Let me turn the light on. See this side is a Cleveland intake, but excuse me, same principle. Not that deep. Here, very, very deep. Very deep. Okay. Very deep. Dual plane. Runners share this runner, and these two share this side. Nope, I'm wrong. They share this side, this one. So these two and these two. And this one in here would be these two and these two. Dual plane does, it makes the runners really long for torque, to build up that juice in the tubes, in the intake. So when that valve opens, you get that a ram effect. They're like idle to like 5,000 maybe, which is what the dual quad intake was. But single plane Edelbrock torquer, 2,500, 6,500. You see single plane, it's all the same. Each runner has its own spot. Down in there, two. And what they do with this, because of the fact these are short and these are long, they make these big and fat. They make these real narrow until they get to the intake. What that does, as you can see how big and fat that is? Look at that little boy right there. Look at that. To make them tall but skinny, to increase airspeed to match these. We're going to try this. I got 410 gears. I cruise at 65, 70 at 2,500. I come out whole at 2,500, 3 grand. I upshift at 7, 65, 7, depending on where she goes. So, I don't know. I know low-end torque with these sucks. So I figured maybe I'll put a 4-hole on here. That might help a little bit. Get a little more velocity going through the carburetor. Insulate the carb. And that's what we're going to try. See what happens. I haven't seen one in a long time. I got it cheap enough. Overall, I'm going to have $300 invested between the carb and this intake. I don't think that's too shabby. And one thing neat with this one, this actually has a water crossover in the back, which I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if that's a bad thing. I don't know. We'll find out. So let's get back. I just want to give you that tidbit. Let's get back on getting this intake off. This Series 4 Kool-Aid's going to be drug out a little bit with all this rear stuff, but it's a lot of stuff and it's hard to put in one video. So at the end of everyone, you can see the same thing, me right here. Thanks for watching Algar's Garage. Hit that like button, smash that thing right down, subscribe, help the channel out. It's the only way we can grow and keep doing what we're doing. We love doing what we're doing, but it's hard. Guess ain't nothing else to say. Have a great night. Hopefully get back on this for the weekend.